The early 2000s, a time before touchscreens, before driver assists, before trucks became luxury cars on wheels. Back then, trucks were loud, raw, and unapologetically powerful, built for hauling, mud, torque, and attitude. Some of those machines were underrated when they launched, but today, they've become cult legends. From diesel beasts that refuse to die, to forgotten models that enthusiasts now hunt like treasure. These are the 10 trucks from the early 2000s that are now cult legends. Get ready, because once you see these icons again, you'll remember exactly why that era created some of the most beloved trucks ever built. Number 1. Mack Vision CX613. The Mack Vision CX613 didn't get the spotlight when it first arrived in the early 2000s. It wasn't flashy like the long hood classics, nor was it as aerodynamic as the new generation fleet trucks. But what the Vision had was something far more valuable: pure reliability. Over time, this underrated workhorse became a cult favorite among drivers who realized it was one of the toughest, longest-lasting trucks Mack ever made. The CX613 introduced a modernized Mack design while still holding on to its old-school toughness. Its heavy-duty frame, steel cab, and durable components made it ideal for almost any job: long-haul freight, regional work, tanker operation, and even logging. And when paired with the legendary Mack E7 and later S8 engines, the truck became nearly unstoppable. These engines were known for low-end torque, million-mile longevity, and a mechanical simplicity modern engines lack. Drivers appreciated how balanced the Vision felt. It rode smoother than older bulldogs, but retained the rugged feel Mack was known for. The interior wasn't luxurious, but it was functional, comfortable for long nights, and built to withstand years of constant vibration and abuse. Today, the Vision CX613 has a growing cult following because it represents the last era of Mack before emission systems and electronics became complicated. It's affordable, easy to maintain, and loved by drivers who want a truck that can work every day without complaining. Many owner-operators still hunt for clean early 2000s Vision models because they truly were built to last longer than their drivers. The Mack Vision didn't seek fame, but it earned legendary status anyway. Number 2. International 9400i. The International 9400i is one of the most successful sleeper trucks of the early 2000s, yet somehow still underrated. This truck wasn't designed to be flashy or to dominate truck shows. It was designed to survive mile after mile, year after year, with minimal maintenance and maximum uptime. And it did exactly that. The 9400i quickly became a fleet favorite because it was lightweight, fuel-efficient for its era, and extremely easy to work on. Its aerodynamic shape was ahead of its time, and the truck proved itself perfect for long-haul freight companies that needed reliability above all else. Engine options such as the Cummins N14, Detroit 60 Series, and early ISX versions made the 9400i almost impossible to kill. Many fleets reported these powertrains running 1.2 to 1.8 million miles before overhaul, something modern engines rarely achieve because of emissions-related breakdowns. The sleeper layout was simple but spacious. Drivers loved the comfortable bunk, large storage compartments, and surprisingly quiet interior. Because the cab was aerodynamically shaped and well-insulated, wind noise was far lower than older Internationals. What truly made the 9400i a cult legend is its low cost of ownership. Everything about the truck was designed for easy repairability, simple wiring, easy access parts, straightforward diagnostics. Mechanics loved the truck because it never came into the shop for complicated issues. It just needed routine care. Today, the 9400i is a go-to choice for owner-operators who want a reliable, emissions-free early 2000s truck they can rebuild multiple times. It's a million-mile hero and a cult classic. Number 3. Freightliner Coronado, first generation. Before aerodynamic Cascadias became the business standard, Freightliner built one of the most stylish and powerful early 2000s trucks ever created, the Freightliner Coronado. Launched in 2001, the Coronado was designed to replace the classic XL while still keeping the long-hood American spirit alive, and it did exactly that. The first-generation Coronado combined modern comfort with old-school muscle. Its long hood, massive chrome grille, and big-bore engine options made it one of the most eye-catching trucks of the era. Owner-operators customized them with stacks, lights, stainless panels, and polished aluminum wheels, turning them into rolling showpieces. But the Coronado wasn't just about looks. It came with legendary engines like the Cat C15, Detroit 60 Series, and Cummins ISX. These engines gave it the torque to pull heavy loads with authority while delivering excellent durability. The Coronado's chassis was strong, its suspension rode smooth, and the cab was one of the most comfortable Freightliner had ever made. Drivers loved the spacious interior, reliable electronics, excellent visibility, and quiet ride. The truck felt premium without being fragile, stylish without being complicated, and powerful without being hard to maintain. Today, early 2000s Coronados, especially pre-emission cat-powered models, command high prices. Many owner-operators prefer restoring them instead of buying new aerodynamic trucks. The Coronado became a cult icon because it was the perfect blend of classic American big rig style and modern early 2000s engineering. Number 4. Kenworth T600, Late Gen. The Kenworth T600 was first introduced in the late 1980s, but its early 2000s versions are what made it a cult legend. While most drivers were obsessed with long hood classics, the T600 quietly transformed the trucking industry. It was the first truly aerodynamic American truck, and at a time when fuel prices were skyrocketing, the T600 became a silent superstar. By the early 2000s, KW had perfected the T600 design. Its sloped hood, narrow cab, curved fenders, and roof fairings made it far more fuel efficient than conventional trucks. Many fleets reported 10 to 20% fuel savings, which was revolutionary in the era before DEF and DPF systems. Drivers loved the late-gen T600 because it was comfortable, quiet, and smooth on the road. The interior was upgraded significantly in the early 2000s, with better insulation, improved seating, and more advanced controls. Despite its aerodynamic shape, the truck still had a tough KW build quality and felt solid, durable, and dependable. Under the hood, the T600 came with engines like the Cat C15, Cummins N14, and Detroit 60 Series, all beloved power plants known for longevity. Many early 2000s T600s still run with over 1 million miles today. The T600 wasn't flashy, but it didn't need to be. It was a pioneer. And as time passed, the smart drivers who valued efficiency and reliability realized the T600 was one of the best trucks ever built for saving money while still delivering big power. Today, it's a cult legend because it represents the last era of truly fuel-efficient, pre-emissions engineering, a combination the modern market desperately misses. Number 5. Volvo VNL 660. Before the VN 770 became famous, Volvo produced another early 2000s gem, the Volvo VNL 660, a mid-roof sleeper that struck a perfect balance between comfort, efficiency, and durability. This truck became a cult favorite for team drivers, long-haul operators, and fleets that needed a reliable machine with exceptional ride quality. The VNL 660 was smaller than the 770, but it still offered excellent living space, smart interior design, and some of the best ergonomics of any truck in its class. Volvo's seats were legendary for their comfort. The cab had superior insulation, reducing wind noise and road vibration. For drivers spending 10+ hours behind the wheel, this made the 660 one of the most fatigue-free trucks of the time. Under the hood, the VNL 660 typically featured the Volvo D12, a legendary engine known for running 1.2–1.5 million miles with routine maintenance. It was fuel-efficient, clean-running, and incredibly durable, a perfect match for fleets wanting low operating costs. The ride quality also helped the 660 achieve cult status. Volvo's advanced suspension design made the truck glide over rough roads in a way that long-hood trucks couldn't match. Many drivers switched from big classic rigs to the VNL 660 simply because it was easier on the body during long hauls. Today, clean early 2000s VNL 660s are sought after by RV converters, car haulers, and owner-operators who want a cheap-to-run, ultra-comfortable pre-emissions Volvo. It may not be flashy, but it earned its legendary status through reliability, longevity, and one of the smoothest rides in trucking history. Number 6. Mack CH613. The Mack CH613 from the early 2000s stands as one of the last true old-school bulldogs before heavy emissions regulations changed diesel trucking forever. This truck gained a cult following because it combined modern comfort with classic Mack toughness, and it managed to do so during a period when most manufacturers were shifting toward computerized systems and lighter components. The CH613 kept things simple, straight, and brutally durable. Drivers who ran these trucks often say the CH felt unbreakable, especially when paired with the legendary Mack E7 engine, a power plant known for massive low-end torque, incredible reliability, and million-mile longevity. The early 2000s CH613 became a favorite across many industries because of its versatility. It thrived in long-haul freight, logging, construction, tanker work, and heavy-haul operations. The truck's heavy frame rails and rugged axles could handle daily abuse without twisting or cracking. Mechanics also loved the CH613 because its wiring was straightforward, its components were easy to reach, and its mechanical systems rarely failed. There were no complex emissions after treatments, no sensors waiting to cause shutdowns, and no unnecessary electronics. It was a straightforward workhorse built for real-world struggle. Drivers praised the CH613 for its stable ride and dependable handling on rough roads. The interior wasn't luxurious, but it was practical, comfortable enough for long trips, and designed to take years of constant vibration. Even after 2 decades, thousands of CH613s are still running daily across the US and Canada, a testament to how well Mack built them. Many owner-operators purposely hunt for clean early 2000s CH models because they are far cheaper to maintain and outwork many modern trucks burdened with emission-related breakdowns. The Mack CH613 didn't just survive the early 2000s, it created a legacy, earning its position as a genuine cult classic that refuses to die. Number 7. Sterling A950. The Sterling A950 is one of the most unexpected cult legends of the early 2000s. When Freightliner launched Sterling, the brand wasn't meant to dominate the show truck world. It was meant to offer tough, durable, mid-price trucks for fleets and owner-operators who needed reliability without the premium cost of a Peterbilt or Kenworth. But what nobody expected was that the A950 would develop a die-hard following long after Sterling disappeared from the market. This truck became a legend not because it was flashy, but because it quietly delivered outstanding durability, comfort, and low operating costs. The A950 featured one of the widest and most comfortable cabs of its era. Drivers loved the space, visibility, and ergonomic layout that made long hours on the road more bearable. The truck wasn't aerodynamic like today's models, but it delivered solid fuel economy thanks to efficient engines like the Detroit Series 60, Cummins ISX, and Caterpillar C12, C15. These power plants are considered some of the most reliable engines ever built, and the A950 married them to a chassis that handled wear with remarkable grace. When Sterling shut down in 2009, the A950s instantly became rare. That rarity is exactly what pushed it into cult classic status. Owner-operators realized that the A950s was simple to maintain, incredibly durable, and cheap to keep on the road. Fleets that kept them reported lower cost per mile than many modern trucks. Over time, truckers began restoring them, customizing them, and preserving them as part of early 2000s trucking history. Today, the Sterling A950 is admired for its disappearance as much as its performance. It represents an era when trucks were built tough, built simple, and built without electronic headaches. For many truckers, the A950 is the underdog king, the truck nobody expected to love, but everyone now respects. Number 8. Western Star 4900EX. Among early 2000s heavy-duty trucks, the Western Star 4900EX sits at the top as a symbol of strength, craftsmanship, and pure American power. While many companies were pivoting toward lightweight, aerodynamic designs, Western Star held its ground and built trucks for serious owner-operators, people who valued durability, long hood style, and hand-assembled quality. The 4900EX quickly became a cult legend because it was one of the toughest conventional trucks of its era, especially for heavy haul and specialized transport. The 4900EX was equipped with some of the most powerful engines available at the time, including the Caterpillar C15, Detroit Series 60, and Cummins ISX. These engines delivered brutal torque, smooth pulling power, and the kind of reliability that heavy-haul drivers rely on. The truck's thick frame rails and reinforced chassis were engineered to handle extreme weights, making it common in industries like mining, logging, oilfield work, and oversized freight. What made the 4900EX so legendary, however, was its build quality. Western Star took pride in hand-fitting components, using thicker metals, and designing cabs that felt more premium than the competition. The interior had a classic yet luxurious feel with real wood trim, high-quality insulation, and comfortable seating designed for long days behind the wheel. Even today, early 2000s 4900EX models are highly sought after. Many heavy-haul operators rebuild them instead of buying newer trucks plagued by electronics and emissions issues. The 4900EX represents the last era of Western Star's pure hand-built identity, and because of that, it holds a permanent place in trucking history. Number 9. The FXF95. Across the Atlantic, the early 2000s DA FXF95 became one of the most respected European trucks ever built. This truck didn't just perform well, it reshaped the European trucking landscape with its combination of comfort, fuel efficiency, and incredible longevity. The XF95 became a favorite of long-haul drivers who traveled across rough terrain, steep mountain passes, and harsh climates. It was a truck that felt balanced, predictable, and tough enough to handle millions of kilometers. The XF95 was powered by DAF's 12.6-liter XF engine. Known for exceptional efficiency and long service intervals, these engines regularly exceeded 1.3 to 1.8 million kilometers, earning the XF95 a reputation as one of the most reliable trucks of its time. The truck's smooth power delivery made long journeys easier, while its strong chassis and suspension systems allowed it to handle heavy European trailer loads with ease. The cab was one of the XF95's strongest selling points. Drivers enjoyed a spacious interior with comfortable sleeping space, advanced ergonomics, and excellent visibility. It wasn't fancy, but it was functional, and that functionality made it one of the most beloved trucks of the early 2000s. Today, the XF95 has become a cult classic in Eastern Europe, Turkey, the Middle East, Africa, and Russia. Many units are still hauling heavy loads daily, proving their unstoppable durability. The XF95 represents a golden era of European trucking, when vehicles were built to work endlessly without electronic complications. Its cult status is well-deserved. Number 10. Scania 164. Few European trucks have achieved cult status as quickly and as completely as the Scania 164L 580. This early 2000s icon wasn't just a machine, it was a statement. Powered by Scania's legendary 16-liter V8 producing 580 horsepower, the 164L became the king of European highways, dominating everything from mountain passes to long-haul freight routes. Its unmistakable V8 roar gave it a personality no other truck could match, and drivers fell in love with the sensation of endless torque under their right foot. The 164L combined brute strength with unmatched refinement. Scania engineered the cab with excellent aerodynamics, luxury-level comfort, and world-class ergonomics. Long journeys across Europe felt easier in a 164L than in almost any competing truck. The interior offered premium materials, high-quality seating, smart controls, and a sleeper compartment built for real living. For many drivers, this truck felt like home, and it performed like nothing else on the road. What truly cemented the 164L 580 as a cult legend was its reputation for reliability. Even under brutal heavy-haul conditions, these trucks routinely exceeded 1 million kilometers. Fleets loved them, owner-operators adored them, and trucking culture embraced them as the definitive V8 icon of the early 2000s. Today, clean 164L 500s are extremely rare and incredibly expensive. Collectors restore them. Young drivers dream of owning them. Truck shows still celebrate them. The combination of V8 power, stunning design, and unmatched durability has made the Scania 104L 500 one of the most iconic trucks in modern European history. Those were the early 2000s machines that went from overlooked to legendary, built with soul, personality, and the kind of durability modern trucks only dream of. Which of these cult classics would you bring back to your garage? Drop your pick in the comments. I'm always reading them. If you enjoyed this blast from the past, Hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves old-school trucks. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the nostalgia alive and the engines rumbling.